Hello, my name's Yasmin Euphemia, aka Sugar, and I'm here tonight with.
I am Beverly, UK Fluffy Chick, and we are the founder Sis-Stars of Support a Sis-Star Network. And this evening we have with us a guest, Monique from Canva Internal and External Design. Yes, there we go.
Thank
Ooh.
you.
Hello, Monique.
Hello. Hiya.
Right, so Monique, tell us who is Monique and what is Monique and what is Canvas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, who is Monique? Monique is an industry professional that has been seasoned for many a years from sort of the humble ages of 4, 5, 6. Family members would refer to me by what it is that I do now, which is Christmas tree, for example. It was always about looking well and feeling well. Canvas, therefore, is a result of the years accumulated in terms of the experience that I've gained having been a teacher for 15 years. It's going from the classroom to the canvas. And so I refer to my client as that they are my canvas, and everything that I do is about internal and external design.
Okay.
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 So, can you elaborate a little bit more? Can you say
I
from the
can.
canvas? So, what you're painting on people?
If you see it that way, yes. I mean, I see the logo as an expression of art, the expression that is a person's internal and external design. It's a representation of a silhouette, a face that is a blank canvas. It's not defined by color or characteristic or feature. It's really defined by the expression that comes from within. So if I'm working on a client and we're talking about hairstyling, there is no time when I don't end up touching on the internal sort of spirituality that a person has experienced that has led them to the decisions that are now their career or the looks that they're going for or the decisions that they've made. So I find that I'm able to tap into that holistic approach of well-being through doing something as simple as makeup design right the way back to hairstyling, and also massage and other different elements that holistically are, hair and beauty involved, incorporated. Yeah.
So I'm getting
Okay.
excited because you know that beauty is her area of just kick back and
I
Right.
recognize the uniform.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
You
satin
know, it's just
strip.
comes straight from work.
Wow. Lovely.
yeah.
Straight from
Because
straight
I
from
took
work.
a little, because you know me, I'm a bit nosy. I took a little prep on the old Instagram there, and
Love it. Love it.
yeah, so I saw like I don't know if you still do, but I saw it was in the past you had um Afro and locks workshops.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So
Oh,
that took off really well. That was really about realizing that during lockdown, during COVID, actually, whilst many people were sort of struggling with, the how-tos of hair and beauty in their home, what I was realizing is that it wasn't actually on the curriculum. I had actually appealed to the college that I was working for, which was Lewisham College at the time. I mean, the demographic and the diversity that is Lewisham, I couldn't believe that that didn't exist there. I studied there in 2006, and I wanted to bring back as much as I could to that college, and that was definitely a unit that needed to be put on the map, so to speak. And so I think I realized that even in the year of 2020, 21, it was only then that hairdressers were expected to have styling afro hair as a unit on their actual qualification or level 2 hairdressing qualification. And so now you're seeing hairdressers and specialists going back to skill build or upskilled and take CPD sessions to develop their skills in the art of styling afro hair and lock styling. And I think locks at the minute is something that seems to be trending, for various different reasons. For me, it's a personal vibration. I could speak about my locks all day long. I've had them for 11 years. But prior to that, it was an expression of art, and I had every type of weave, bonding, color you could see and expect every 2 weeks. Like that, I would change my hair every 2 weeks. So being able to bring that forward in a masterclass has been great. I will be going to the Isle of Sheppey to deliver a masterclass to the learners down there in Sheppey College. So that again is a completely different demographic, but they want to learn what that styling is like for Afro type hair.
Because I find a lot of people are curious about
They
not,
are.
yeah, because I get it all the time. Can I touch your hair and all of these kind of things? So, people are very curious, and it's funny that considering as diverse as London is,
Yeah.
within the hair sector, that they wouldn't have had. I mean, from long time ago, that this wouldn't even have been thought of as a use.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than hair, what
Hmm.
other things? Because you said holistically, so
Yes.
I take it you said the makeup as well.
Yes, so makeup artistry, styling in terms of magazine and editorial work. So some of my earlier work was featured in Black Beauty magazine. I was in sort of conjunction with other makeup artists, another makeup artist called Alison Edwards at the time, who was quite a strong leading makeup artist, a Black makeup artist, when I was about 17, 18 years old. So I would follow her on set and shadow her on set, and had my name featured in a good couple of the editions. And I would run to the newsagents and purchase that copy and flick to the page to see my name and things like that. And, for me, it was very much one of the milestones that I ticked off in the kind of career path that was becoming a makeup artist. I worked for MAC for 3 years in House of Fraser Croydon and various other brands within the high street, as far as Selfridges and central London goes. But I think all of that experience just led me to feel for the gap that is missing in the industry, where you can actually tailor your approach to the individual without them feeling inferior or feeling less or feeling like they can't. I have had so many clients say things to me like, I want to wear this, but I can't, or it looks better on you and I can't. And I just feel like there's a way for you to express yourself. It's just a matter of being shown how. So a lot of the time it comes down to masterclass. It comes down to the education behind the why, and the what, rather than just what's trending. So that's what Kanvas is about. Kanvas aims to bring that education with that experience and apply it to the client.
So you run
Oh,
regular
great.
master classes of different things. Okay.
That's right, yeah. So it could be CPD sessions for other staff to upskill, or it could be masterclasses on a one-to-one basis, or workshops in terms of people that want to learn how to apply makeup for a basic sort of special occasion, into actual editorial, and then that's what I will deliver. The idea for me was really to also provide a platform for the learners that I had been teaching for many years to actually step into, in an environment that allowed for them to get exposure to foot flow and clientele without the overheads that was investing in, a business, a premises. And I've seen so many students over the years come in and interview and enroll and say, the dream is to have my salon and have my shop. I don't think mine was that when I started out. It really wasn't. Mine was just to follow on what others had told me, I'd built a name for, and I wanted to become qualified in it. And so after that, it was the next level, become a teacher of it. And after that, it's now obviously give it back again. And I think that's just the journey of progression. It's each one, reach one, teach one.
Mm,
Right.
mm, mm,
So that's
mm.
the external. So what's the internal things that you do?
The internal is a combination of meditation or practices that enable you to thrive. It could be a conversation, a stimulating conversation that leads you to kind of realize your purpose, your potential, unlocking your potential. And so this is where Kanvas collaborates with other mentors, other life coaches, and we would seek to basically build a program that enables people to thrive. So, for example, the Kanvas Care Wellbeing Package, which is a 5 to 6 week program, and it sees the individual at the end of that be able to come together as a group and have sort of sessional talks and discussions from a life coach. Then you're applying that knowledge that you've learned about self to that new canvas exterior look. So it's working on the inside and the exterior at the same time.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's all fallen
I
into
know.
place for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really good.
Oh, thank you.
So do you do okay, so you do these master classes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So can people book you for like say a group of girls,
Yeah.
they do bookings like that and
Yeah.
you do what
So all of
like the
those.
courses and that for it? Like
Yes, so all of those offers feature on the website in terms of professional services. So I have 3 different strands to Kanvas, which is the personal, professional, well-being. And with the personal, it's the kind of me, myself, and I. This is what I feel I need to take me to the next step. And then the professional is more about what I do in terms of the teaching strand, educating, and going out into the community, working with We Are Lewisham and various other different platforms to kind of reach a wider audience. And then the well-being element, again, is collaborating with others to provide a full package, really.
Wow.
Okay, that's great. So I'm just going to rewind back to the life coaching. And I know,
Yes.
seeing as you've been in teaching for so long, and to a
Yeah.
certain extent, we end up being social workers and everything
Yes.
else that goes with teaching. Have you done CPD in life coaching?
I have done some CPD in life coaching. And actually one of the earlier courses that I became interested in was art psychotherapy and channeling sort of counseling through the use of art. At this stage, I definitely think that my next step is to go into the level 6 AIG, advice, information, and guidance, because I think my intent is to start with the youth. I really feel like to be able to affect and impact change, sustainable change, it's kind of got to start with young people in schools. So my approach at this stage is to go into schools within their career week, again, in an attempt to meet the Gatsby benchmarks and really see young people be able to have a provision that allows them exposure to that entrepreneurial spirit, how you build and develop your ideas, how you take it from the drawing board or from the classroom, so to speak, to the canvas, whatever your canvas is. That is something that you can create. So it's about providing them with a toolkit, really, to the next step.
Okay. Yeah, because the industry you're in, like in here, I know that you probably hear people talk to you all the time. They talk
Yeah.
to you all the time about their life,
Yes.
and you feel drawn into advising or making
Yeah.
the right noises at the right time. But
That's
when you're
right.
doing like makeup, it's like you're in a closed environment, so you even hear more detail
Yeah.
about what's going on with them. And
That's right.
yes, I can see how the life coaching has come about. But when you're
Yeah.
talking about youngsters, you're a very strong woman to be looking at look
Well, it's the one
looking at the
area.
career.
Yeah,
Sorry?
it's the one area that so again, I think prior to going into teaching, my background was working with youth offending team. And I was exposed a
Ah,
lot
there
to
you
young people
go.
from
That's the
disadvantaged
link.
areas. Yeah, yeah, it is.
That's the
I
link.
yeah, it is. I think, dare I say, it resonated with me. I remembered my younger self, you know, that younger self. I think
Okay.
my motto is to be who I needed in every form,
Mm-hmm.
Mm, mm, mm,
be
mm,
who I
mm,
needed.
mm.
And so I think that example, that word, that inspiration, that fighter, that strength, that is it. I think that is the aim, and that's the goal.
Yeah.
Okay, so as rewinding back to when you were a youngster, I'm talking
Mm,
about before you were a 14-year-old,
yeah.
right? What were you doing? Were you doing like friends and families, hair and
I
makeup and
was
that sort of thing?
in the girls'
Okay.
toilets when I should have been in my class. That's where I
Oh.
was. And this was at church as well. So I know. Yeah, any sneaky opportunity to pull the eyeliner out of the bag or pull the gel and the slick brush out of the bag and be like, come here, let me do this, let me try this. That was me. That was definitely me. So yeah, I
Okay.
mean, I'm not new to this in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I wish I had a
totally
you around when I
understand.
was younger and trying to play around with makeup, because I still don't know how to do makeup. It's like I remember when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I bought all these products, but it wasn't really for black skin.
Mm.
And I ended up sunburn. Well, I think it kind of burnt my cheek when I'm using blusher.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because it wasn't like really for our skin
Oh,
type.
your
And
skin.
it probably
Yeah.
had some embedded tanning agents in there. I don't know. But and I remember trying to put on lipstick and my mum going, "Where you going with that? Your lips have a acky."
Oh god.
I had no
Do you know
clue.
what? Many a women have many a story, honestly. And I think that this is why I love to do the masterclass, because to get a group together and to progress them beyond that story to a
Yeah.
point where actually I'm going out tonight and I can do.
Yeah.
It's such a level of empowerment that
Mhm.
really that's what it's about. It's about looking well, feeling well, and being able to thrive. I don't necessarily feel well, but how I look might tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
And I do honestly believe in the power of that, because when you do that enough to convince yourself, then you can convince others, and then the possibilities are endless.
Well, yeah, because the life rule is to look better than you feel.
That's right.
Mhm.
You know, this is
So that
something
has
my
become,
parents always said to me.
yeah, no, and I was just gonna say, I mean, I could talk about this for ages. Like this is something that came from a place of not just total pleasure. This was Canvas has been born from a place of disadvantage and loss and hurt and pain and a belief system that was in me that what I wasn't good enough, I couldn't do this, going out without makeup wasn't an option, being the girl in my classroom that was wearing makeup in year 7 to conceal pigmentation scarring and things like that. I have this story that I can often tell clients in order to build a rapport with them and help them understand that there was a time when I was in a building and a fire alarm was going off and I was told to step outside, but obviously face wasn't done. It's not coming. It wasn't an option. And so I peeked from the window and was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Really, I'm fine. And when I look back at that story now, I'm just like, really? But I was like 13. To think about it as the adult version of me, one, there's still adults that experience that to this day, with real sort of heights of body dysmorphia where, how you see yourself is just not acceptable in comparison to how others see you and the reality behind how you are seen. And so I realized that perception over reality counts for so much more.
Yeah.
Perception is everything.
Mhm.
What it looks like. And I'm not talking about a point of vanity. I'm just talking about using that to your advantage, using that as a strength.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. It was
Yes,
just
man.
so many more people have to appreciate that.
yes,
You know,
yeah,
yeah.
Because
And
once
we
you
need
once
people
you
like
you
you.
you in yourself, you looking in the mirror at you, feel like you look good, you feel good, it gives you that inner confidence boost, like the world is my oyster, I can do anything,
basically.
even if you can't do nothing, but you
Yeah,
feel good and you look good, you feel like, yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm
It
the
opens
shizzle, I
up
can do
doors.
it
It
all.
opens
That's
up
it. And I
doors.
realized that, that's a mantra that it's not age specific. This is young people can feel like this, children can feel like this. Canvas Kids is another bow to the brand that is all about that for children. It's all about empowerment for young children through kids craft and that art and that creativity that can be channeled through them. And again, the opportunity to collaborate with other businesses is really a strong point here, because I think the new business model post COVID is collaboration. I do think in order to effectively sustain what is called the shop front and the storefront on the high street now is to collaborate with another business. And so my business in collaboration with Studio 2.0 is exactly that. It's a hub and a thriving center to be able to offer the foot flow and the clientele that bit much more, be it men, be it women, be it children. It's an environment where all of those people are present.
Okay, so you have a hard shop hub then,
Yes.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am
And what area?
customer
What
facing.
area is that in?
Bromley Road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
on a day-to-day basis, what you said it's called a room?
Studio.
Studio
Yeah,
2.0.
2.0. So on a daily basis, what's it like in there?
Like Desmond's in Peckham. Yeah, as it's like you can hear the hum of conversations in different kind of twangs from the West Indies that are very
Dialects.
much like home, and children understand it and adults understand it, women and men, and the banter and back and forth and topics for conversation that actually you can really learn from. And I just find an environment where, yeah, it reminds me of Desmond's back in the day. And that's a program we don't have on telly anymore.
Is it?
So it is that environment for us. And yet it is very diverse. There are people from all sorts of ethnicities that actually come in there.
So is there a Matthew equivalent with the old African saying?
Grenadian. Grenadian, actually. Yeah, literally. He's one of the barbers. But yes, it's a very interesting environment. And I think for me, it still stands out the fact that we have two different types of salon on the high street. We do have Afro and we do have European. And no matter how much the qualification could suggest that each stylist could do both types of hair, the reality is we would not go into a European salon to get hair done.
Yeah.
And vice versa. It doesn't necessarily work that way. So I feel like there's still a lot to be done in order to revolutionize the industry. This year, going to the Afro, not this year now because we're in 2023, but last year, going to the Afro Hair and Beauty Show for me was a childhood dream come true. I used to walk around that place when it was at Alexandra Palace, and I used to feel like this is, it was such grandeur for me, and looking up and seeing all the shows and so to go there and feature with Kanvas and be a part of that last year was amazing. And it's about bringing that back and keeping it going. Yeah.
Excellent.
Wow. Yeah.
So you won't be at the Professional Beauty Show XL this time around.
Now, on that note, I've been there many a times. It was the annual school trip for the students. However, from a professional point of view, and I'll say this quite tactfully, they're not yet as diverse as I think they should be. And it's a shame because I've been invited to attend. I've been invited to, promote Kanvas. However, going there and attending there for so many years from the professional standpoint that is a teacher with her students, I still feel that there is and maybe this is exactly the reason why I need to go, but there is an underrepresentation of this part of the industry, the Afro-Caribbean part of the industry. And even just the way the floor plan is, we're kind of put on the outskirts of the show, if at all.
Okay.
And in the back sort of far corners. I'm very observant of things like that.
Yeah.
And that's a concern to me. It is. I think the audience as well that actually attends the show isn't necessarily the demographic or the audience that I would aim to reach. Collectively, Kanvas is for everyone, but I'm not sure that it would be received in the right way. So I'm not confident it would be portrayed in the right way.
Okay.
Is that the one
that the Afro Hair and Beauty Show now is at the business centre in Islington, isn't it?
So maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what you're thinking of. All right, so we know where you come from. We know where you're at now.
Yeah.
Where do you?
Where am I going?
Yeah. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Where am I going? Going to the top. That's where I'm going. No, the reach is important. The reach is important. The website picks up traction far and wide. Now, I know social media is a thing that, everybody's looking, isn't it? Everybody is looking. What they're looking to find is the part I want to tap into. It could be the intent to create a similar model in various different countries. At the same time, it could just be the fact that actually this is something that has caught their eye because it offers so much more. And what it offers for me is my unique selling point. I don't believe it can be copied or recreated because what I have and what I'm bringing to the table is my sort of seasoned years in experience combined. There is no formula like that in terms of any one individual. Yes, you can collaborate with others and bring that forward. But for me, I think it's ultimately about building a franchise. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Building a franchise. Good. Yeah.
Building a franchise.
Yeah.
Miss Fluffy Chick, you've gone quiet. I'm always concerned.
No. I go quiet when I'm really fascinated by who the person is and I'm just listening.
Oh, wow.
Taking it all in. No, because you cover so much.
Yeah.
And everything that you cover, I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's just, yeah. So I get quiet like that because I'm very intently listening. Sometimes I might look like I'm sleeping, but I'm not. I'm really intently listening.
So you know you're going up the mountain, you know where you're heading for, and when you've reached that mountain top, right, and you're on your way down in the sense of, okay, that's set up, so I'm going on to the next mountain.
Yeah.
What do you perceive that to be?
between now and the franchise, the mountain in between now and the franchise, that is basically creating as much exposure as possible. That is about developing the client experience as much as possible. I see myself more in schools and taking on that professional element as well as the customer facing side in salon. But I also have two collaborators that I work with at the moment. So again, the idea is to enable others to thrive. My model isn't simply about me growing on my own. It's about enabling people to grow at the same time. So if I'm not in the shop, there are two others that are. So that allows for me to be flexible in the sense that I can work on the professional side of it. And I call it generating income from the outside in. I don't necessarily intend to be standing in the salon, so to speak, and generating an income and interest from that foot flow. Yes, that will happen, but at the same time, the reach I intend to have and the impact I intend for that to have sustainably has to go from the outside back in. I mean, that foot flow for me is coming from as far and wide as Scotland. One of my recent clients came down from Scotland. Another client came from Southampton. And when I look, another client came from Essex. When I research into, the reasons behind why they came to me, it's because as we do, we go online, we do our research, and it was that one thing 2 months later that made them decide, okay, it's Kanvas, it's going to be Kanvas.
That's the way.
So for me, that's important. Okay. Yeah.
Kanvas is the way to go.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to try and get because I've always wanted. I'm curious to see what I would look like with a full face, because I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
So I'm curious. I don't.
Yeah.
It's something I would do every day.
No, but again, I would love to say armor a person with their, their sort of one ticket to that enhancement that makes you feel your best self, and you use it when you want to use it, and you know that actually that one brush with that one color and that one eyeshadow is going to be the look that bedazzles others, and I know I can play that card anytime I want to. It's like an empowerment ticket that I'd rather exchange with you rather than a makeup look. And so that really comes from a one-to-one session. And really understanding the client's canvas. I don't believe in one size fits all. I won't give you what's trending. I'll give you what is designed for your face, your facial features. And I'll tell you the why behind it within the education that is, your bone structure, your skin type, your skin condition, and the influencing factors that are your lifestyle.
Yes, I love this side of the store. I'll check you out for yourself.
Yeah.
On a roundup, what would you say is your parting shot to say about Kanvas and to say to the community? What would you say that is?
Kanvas is your personal professional well-being, your go-to to enable you to look well, feel well, and to thrive.
Yes, man. Feel that one there.
Yes, indeed.
That's it.
Yes, definitely the way to go.
We captured the essence. Yes, sure. You think we've captured all the essence of it? Because, like I said, the Instagram, trust me, check the Instagram. I mean, we just fast on Instagram. There's so much to see there, and
I'm glad.
Love what you
I
do.
tell you what, if it's one thing that I've had to try to keep up with, it's that Instagram thing, because I do not do it for the likes, as they say. It is a portfolio in transit, to be honest. And sometimes I just want to clear all the stuff I've got in my phone memory. But I've taken fun and delight in how you edit certain videos and put my own signature feel on it, and give people something to actually see and be inspired by. So I'm glad you can go to it and it serves that purpose.
Yeah, indeed, definitely.
Alrighty. So is that a wrap for us now, Miss Sugar?
I believe that's a wrap.
Thank you both so much. I don't know how you found me. I was so shocked by the email, and I just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you for accepting the invitation, because sometimes I just go, I look at people and they're doing amazing things and I say, you know what, should I ask? Should I not?
Really? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'm just ask. And if it's a yes, it's a yes. It's a no, it's a no. Ciao. And when you say just like,
of course.
Yeah, and then I get a phone call.
She said, yeah.
And I get a phone call, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's, yeah, but have you seen her work? And have you seen this? And when she did this, and I'm like, okay.
That that is fantastic feedback. Thank you so much. That pushes me further.
Yeah.
It really does.
Keep
Excellent.
on doing what you're doing, girl. You're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so
You're doing
much.
it well.
Yeah.
Inside and out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you
Internal,
very much for
external,
joining us.
and hemispherical. There you
Oh
go. I
wow.
just got a
Thank
new
you.
word. Yes.
Thank you. Yes. I'll take that. Thank
All
you
right
so
then.
much.
And that's a wrap on that one.
That's all
All
right.
right then.
Cool. Good
Take
night,
care.
everybody.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.